So, everyone, here we are at the Ben and Gary Show. We know dentistry. This is episode number 30. And boy, we're getting up there with these episodes. And boy, it's gone by so quickly here.
Right.
And, one of our callers, one of our emailers, had a question and said, listen, I get fluoride in the office. Is that really necessary? Because I use a toothpaste that has fluoride in it, but I'm not really sure if I need to continue doing fluoride professionally in the office. I think maybe the point that I wanted to say before we even get there here is that yes and no. Maybe necessary, may not be necessary. But before we even get there, Gary, what's the difference between fluoride that's going to be in your toothpaste and fluoride that's going to be here in our office?
Professionally delivered. Well, in toothpaste, the fluoride levels are much lower, so they're not as concentrated in the toothpaste product. Whereas when you come to the office, the fluoride that is delivered here has a much higher concentration, and it's really designed to be absorbed into the superficial part of the tooth, enamel, and into the dentin.
Yeah.
But it's
kind of hardens the tooth, kind of.
Yeah, the benefit of it is that it makes the teeth much more resistant to decay, just in general. But any type of fluoride application, I think, is a good thing. So I think it doesn't hurt to have it in the office as well, and just keep using it at home as a product that delivers it via your toothpaste.
Yeah, listen, our diets and the way that's what's out there, are either, there's so many sports drinks that have high acid content. Even the toothpastes out there have a greater abrasive quality to them. Those are the whitening toothpastes, and whitening in a toothpaste typically means they're going to add much more of an abrasive.
Right.
That can actually help to break down your tooth. If you use that too much or scrub too hard, fluoride is going to help harden or ward off those chances of having tooth decay. Gosh, what about a person here, who has a lot of, like, say, crowns, maybe even veneers in their mouth that they've invested in their mouth and their smile?
Yeah, definitely. Then you want to have the in-office fluoride, just to help protect your investment more than anything else.
Sure. Because you can get decay around a crown. Just because you put a crown or a cap on a tooth doesn't mean you cannot have decay in that tooth again. So you really want to protect it, because a crown, especially if a tooth has had a root canal, you're never going to feel the decay in that tooth. Right. So by the time you actually discover the decay, it's probably going to be something that's going to be a goner. By that time, you got to have it pulled, and then we're thinking about other options.
Right.
So fluoride is something that we believe in. It's a great benefit. It may not necessarily be necessary for everybody, but individuals who've had a lot of dental work, who have a high caries rate or decay rate in the first place. It's just something that your dentist can monitor, your hygienist, and as long as they are going to be keeping excellent records and are really invested in your health, invested in your mouth, that's an individual who I think I would listen to, who would have great recommendations for you. And so I think that in general, I think the fluoride can hurt. I really don't think that there's any issues. We have not seen any issues systemically with patients.
No.
That's always a fear. It's like, is that too much? Honestly, I think if you're going to be using it from our standpoint as prescribed, it's a good thing.
Right.
Overusing it, swallowing it, bad for you. Those are things that we don't want to have happen. But in general, I think if it's professionally applied, no doubt about it, I'd go for it in my mouth.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's a little bit about fluoride. I think that's probably good information, for as we go along for the future. And as we've told you, this is the Ben and Gary Show. We know dentistry. We're always looking for your questions. Email us your ideas. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.